Hey my beautiful Libra peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome into your mid-June 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope all is well. I just want to mention before we start, if you are interested in personal services, products, and so much more, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below. All right, Libra, let's see what's going on here for you regarding mid-June 2023. What do we got showing up here for the Libra? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus throughout mid-June. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Libra? Messages here for the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus throughout mid-June 2023. All right, Team Libra, let's go ahead and check it out. Let me get this last shuffle and we'll see what's up. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we do have a Four of Pentacles coming out here for you. Four of Pentacles, it is a card here that represents that you could be in a period of time where you're either very much so holding on to something, you could be in the energy of being in recluse though as well, meaning that you're kind of like keeping to yourself, doing your own thing, maybe not being super open, might be a vibe here for some of you too. So we'll see the context in a little bit further when I pull the other cards, but it definitely could be a card here too of like not wanting to open up or not wanting to really express something at this time. Looking at the current energy, we have here the Hierophant. Taurus energy, you may be dealing with one. What you're dealing with, we got here the Strength. You could be dealing with a Leo. And looking at the current outcome, Knight of Pentacles is showing up here for you. So let's go ahead and digest this one. Well, we got here Four of Pentacles to the Hierophant. I do feel like right now you're kind of in service to yourself and you're making it a boundary. You know, I think that you're being very disciplined in regards to being in service to yourself because it's time to reconnect and find your strength. Looking at what you're dealing with, the Strength card, I need to rebuild myself. I need to figure out my strengths. I need to assess what they are. I need to assess what I need to work on. And with that being said, I may have a bit of a journey ahead of me, Knight of Pentacles coming out here for the current outcome, but I'm willing to be committed. I'm willing to be devoted. So I think you're really devoting to change here coming into the month of mid-June 2023. And I think that that's wonderful for you, you know? I think that it took you a while maybe to have a certain kind of epiphany, which I'm going to read into in just a moment, but it feels like it took you a while on an intuitive level to find some sort of epiphany. I think you needed to see something for what it is, and it's like, okay, now I need to make my mark and move forward. So let's see what this epiphany-like energy is for Libra. Tell me about this epiphany. Nine of Cups here, Three of Cups showing up here, and the Ten of Pentacles. So the epiphany here is that maybe there's a better path. Maybe there's a better way to be of service to myself instead of being of service to others. Three of Cups here can be an awesome card of joy, but it definitely could be a card here where maybe you're kind of like lost in the energy of other people. And you could be lost in service to others too, because Three of Cups can very well likely be a card of kind of feeling like you're third partying other people's happiness. It's like you're enjoying the happiness, of course. You're enjoying yourself being around others, but it feels like you're third partying their happiness because you're not looking at your own happiness here with the Nine of Cups, or maybe you're not feeling happy within your own self, but it's like I could see everybody else doing their thing, living their best life, and you may not feel aligned with that. You know, Ten of Pentacles being the card here of the ultimate stability. It's kind of like you're waking up and you're seeing everybody else around you have the things they want. And then when you go into a space of self-reflection, maybe you started to feel like you didn't have that. And that's when you recognize, okay, there needs to be a change because I need to go ahead and hunker down and figure out what's going to be my happiness, what's going to be what I need for myself in my life. So I feel like that was the epiphany. It's like everybody else is growing up and making chapters of their life happen. And I'm still here is what I'm feeling for you. Let's look at more information about that kind of feeling. What other information do we have here about what Libra's feeling? Queen of Pentacles here, Four of Wands here, and the Four of Cups. It's like I feel left out. Everybody's making their mark. Everybody is growing and transforming and having all these chapters completed in their lives. And with the Queen of Pentacles, it's because they've focused on themselves. They put the work in. They've been of service to themselves. And I feel left out because I don't feel like I have. Maybe you've been in service to others. Maybe you've been really caught up and been in service to a person you've been dating. Maybe that was your main focus, was taking care of somebody in love and not so much taking care of yourself in return. Maybe it was taking care of everything you could and taking on all your responsibilities within your family sector, within your job or something of that nature, but it felt like you kept putting yourself last. And it's like, fuck, everybody here is growing and completing these cool chapters in their life, and I just don't feel like I'm there. So something had to change. All right, let's go ahead and move forward. Let's see what's going to be showing up here in your challenge position for mid-June 2023. Showing up in your challenge, 8 of Cups. I feel like leaving things behind might be a little bit challenging and difficult. Going on this path of solitude, going on this path of, doing you for a little bit seems to be a little bit challenging for you. Why does that happen to be a challenge for Libra? 3 of Pentacles here to the Ace of Pentacles. You know that it's a great opportunity, but you know that a lot of work lies ahead. Okay, so I think you're recognizing it's not going to be an easy road. It is a lot of work ahead, and at the end of the day, I have to be prepared for that kind of work. Why else is Libra feeling like this is a challenge? We have here the World card, and we have here the Sun card. To get to the path of happiness, your world that you currently live in has to be left behind as you're entering a whole new world. So you know that things are certainly going to be different. Things are not going to be the same when you walk this path. Things are not going to be the same on this new journey and on this new beginning, and you're very, very aware of that. So your life is about to change, what you're doing is about to change, and I think that that's why it makes it all a little bit challenging, because there's no more room for a comfort zone, but instead you're moving in a direction right now that is completely new to you, since you've been very used to kind of being in that space where you've been in so much service to others. Now it's your turn to be in service to yourself. Let's have a look here and see what you can expect throughout the rest of mid-June. So what else can Libra expect? 5 of Swords. That's interesting. So the 5 of Swords is a card here that could represent the energy of feeling like you're struggling a little bit. It could represent the energy of feeling angry or feeling like you have any sort of resentments and things of that nature. Why the 5 of Swords? Let's go ahead and clarify. Why is the 5 of Swords showing up right now for Libra? Why is this showing up for the rest of their mid-June? 7 of Cups here and the Temperance. I think that you're feeling an overwhelming amount of emotion. You know what kind of comes to me intuitively? It's the feeling of, I feel like beating up yourself a little bit, where it's like, I wish I did this sooner, I wish I took myself into account sooner. I wish that I started, focusing on what I needed for my future sooner. Maybe, for example, let's say you're a Libra and you're seeing other people really financially set, really financially stable, buying their first home, completing these chapters. Maybe you never really saved that much and you spent it on like clothing or things of that nature. And now you're kind of like, man, you're beating yourself up. You're like, I wish I would have saved a lot earlier over the years. I could have maybe had a house by now. I could have had a great car by now, whatever the case is. So it's like you're in that space where I feel like you're beating yourself up because you're kind of caught up in the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But the thing is that despite the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? We can't go back to the past and change anything. But with this opportunity right here and right now, you have the opportunity, Ace of Pentacles, to make what you want happen. Yeah, will it take some time? Knight of Pentacles? Sure. Will it happen overnight? No. But at least getting started is going to be what pays off for you in the end, especially if we're talking about finances. It doesn't hurt to start saving today. It doesn't hurt to start putting money aside today, because guess what? A year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, all that money you saved is going to be really great in regards to your financial stability. So, yeah, would it have been amazing if you started earlier? Sure. But if you didn't, you didn't. Let's get started now. So I don't want you guys to beat yourselves up. I think it is what it is. I think you have to look at it from that perspective and know that, hey, at least I'm trying now. At least I'm working at it now. And that's really what matters, because when I look back in the future, I'm going to be so thankful that I got on my shit right here and right now. All right. So it'll be a good thing for you. Don't beat yourself up. All right. Moving forward here for Libra, what's going to be the overall outcome for the month here of mid-June 2023? What's going to be the overall outcome for Libra? And we have here the 10 of Cups. I love it. 10 of Cups coming in here for the Libra peeps. You're going to be fulfilled here. 10 of Cups is the energy where it's like, you know what? I'm not beating myself up anymore. Happy that that's going to stop. And you're saying to yourself, I'm happy that I'm finally focused on me. And you know what? I'm excited for what's to come in my future. I'm ecstatic. I have a lot of positive feelings. I have a lot of optimism. I think that coming into the end of mid-June, you start to feel way more optimistic about your future and you get excited here. And that brings in a lot of emotional fulfillment for you. But I also want to say to you, Libra, I do feel like while you're going to go ahead and be in service to yourself, I think you have a lot of people who are ready and willing to support you, is what I want to say to you, especially when it comes to family, because 10 of Cups is very much so a family card. So there are people here who are ready to support you, ready to tell you how much they love you, how proud they are of you, and how much they want to see you grow and succeed. So I almost want to say to you guys too, don't feel afraid to, rely on anybody if you need to, or have somebody be there for you if you ever need to talk, right? Even if this is a month of solitude, which what I want you guys to know is that it's not going to be a month where you don't talk to anybody and you ignore everyone. That's not the case. It's just the month where you're finally being considerate of yourself and you're keeping up that energy of being considerate of yourself. So it's not like you're being of no service to anyone but you will be of service to others, but you're making sure that you put yourself in the priority list. And I think that ultimately here, it's good to remember that if we're in a space where we're struggling, like the Five of Swords, where this month you might get into an energy where it's like, honestly, I really wish I did this in the past, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Don't be afraid to, talk to people about what it is you're feeling, because there are tons of people who want to support you on this journey. Okay. All right, Libras, moving on forward. Let's have a look here and see what the most important message is going to be for you to hear throughout mid-June 2023. So what's the most important message that Libras need to hear throughout the rest of this month? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the postus? Yeah, there you go. What's the most important message that Libras need to hear moving throughout the rest of mid-June? And let's go ahead and check it out. Boom. We got here a High Priestess. Next card here is going to be the Five of Wands. And then we also have here a Nine of Wands coming out here as well. Yeah, I think that right now, High Priestess is telling you to rise above. High Priestess is the energy of your intuition, your highest self. Five of Wands here is a card that represents struggle, internal conflict, external conflict too. Nine of Wands is a card here that represents feeling like you are bottling up a lot and holding a lot in. It's time to release anything you're holding in. Keep in mind this month, I was saying Five of Swords, you might feel frustrated. I don't want you to hold that in and pretend you're not. I want to make that a very clear point. You're going to move out of this energy, but I'm a big person that always says, hey, you need to feel it to heal it. So make sure you're not avoiding your feelings this month is something I definitely want to say. I think that's the most important message overall. Anything you feel, anything you've been bottling up, anything you've been holding in, it's the perfect time to let it go. Because if you keep holding things in, they fester. Emotions fester. They continue to build up as time progresses. And then inevitably, what happens with emotions is it gets to a point where if it's not addressed, you end up getting hit full on with these feelings and emotions. You become very overwhelmed. And then you get pinned in a corner and it's like you're getting beat. It's like you're getting, the shit beat out of you by fucking Floyd Mayweather. That's what it feels like when our emotions come and attack us because we didn't take the time to address them. So I do want to say very important message in the month of mid-June. Make sure you are not avoiding anything you're feeling, bottling up anything here at this time. Make sure you express. You need to feel to heal. Okay. High Priestess card here says it's for your highest good. And High Priestess card here also is a card that represents things that are beneath the surface. So don't be afraid to go deep here in mid-June 2023 and really uncover what is bothering you at your core. What is it that your soul is craving at its core? What do you want to work on and develop? What do you want to improve about yourself? Don't be afraid to get very analytical and very deep into the person that you want to become and in the person that you are, and figure out those answers from within, because any kind of answer you might be looking for coming into mid-June, universe wants you to know that answer is already within you. All right, the Libra. We're about to close off this reading, but I am going to close it out with advice here from the universe. So let's see what advice is coming through here from the universe for the zodiac of the Libras throughout mid-June 2023. What advice do we have here from the universe to close out this reading? Let's go ahead and take a look. First card, Six of Swords. Next card here is going to be the Queen of Swords. We have here the Three of Wands, and we have here the Justice card coming out as well. Six of Swords is that energy of choppy waters. A lot of people say it's about reaching calm waters, and in a way it is, but you have to go through the choppy waters to reach the calm, right? So universe is saying, despite how choppy the waters may be here, Libra, just know that it's going to be something you're going to be able to get through. Queen of Swords here says you have the strength to get through it. Also, the Queen of Swords holds a sword that can cut through literally anything, meaning that you're going to be able to cut right through these choppy waters and make it to where you need to go. Three of Wands showing up here and the Justice showing up here. What's coming in for you next is going to be favorable for you. And I think that the universe wants you to know not to be scared, not to be worried, not to be fearful of what happens next in your life. I mentioned to you guys at the start of this reading, you're at a point where you feel like you've been in service to other people for far too long, and you're seeing other people thrive and strive, and it's like, shit, I wish I took more time to put that energy into myself, because you put a lot of energy into a lot of other things, but maybe you feel like you didn't put enough in yourself. And I want you to know that even if it's a late start, you're going to be very happy with what comes out of this. I think that the Justice card being a card of balance, and most importantly, three of Wands, the card of your ships coming in, it's just extra clarification of what the universe wants you to know, is that your ships will come in. You will get the types of outcomes you're looking for. And it doesn't matter if you had a late start or not, you will still get to where you need to go. So really, really focus this month on not focusing on how late you started, but instead look at the fact that you are starting to really consider yourself. And that right there is not only going to bring a much more positive vibe, but it's going to motivate you furthermore to keep on growing and reaching the places you want to be. Okay? All right, Libra, I love you guys so much. You guys had a pretty fantastic reading. I really, really do enjoy it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it here as well. Of course, if it resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. Of course, if it's not your story, absolutely no worries. If you are new here, do consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. But Libras, have a wonderful rest of your June, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.